right, man. I know it's dark. It is what it is, man. So I wanted to do a quick video while I'm going to shoot a late night move. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. I want to talk some NBA, man. And next year, I'll be doing more NBA live streams starting in January. The beginning of the NBA season is pretty mundane. And I was watching Carcino video. He was saying that the ratings were down. And understandably so. It's because, before I get into this little early MVP talk, and I had to tell somebody on Instagram, it's a marathon, not a sprint. But the ratings are down. Understandably so. The NFL on, and I think a lot of people are starting to watch more like YouTube, and they starting to get they news and they sports through YouTube and streaming services. That the ratings gonna continue to go down. But with the NBA, I haven't been really watching the games. If I'm playing FanDuel, which is almost every day, unless it's a two game slate tonight, I really ain't paying no attention to it, dude. I mean, I really kind of start to turn off the idiot box, and by watching it's Disney Plus or Netflix or I'm watching a movie on another app or whatever, right? But you know, at the end of the day, once football go off and the NBA start to sort itself out a little bit down the stretch, the ratings should go back up, all right? So you look at the MVP race, it's what, 4 or 5 man race right now. I think you're looking at LeBron, Luka, Giannis, James Harden, and I think pretty much those are the guys right now that I'm paying attention to. You know, there might be a dark horse if they can win some games, and Andrew Wiggins can, before he had the little personal issue, can take off like he was. I think Karl Anthony Towns might be a dark horse as an MVP candidate. All right, if you look at some of the numbers that Karl Anthony Towns putting up, he kind of getting that mean streak that Jimmy Butler wanted him to have. But I know I might be missing a player or two. I mean, I can't put Kawhi in that conversation. All the resting. You look in the East. I think things gonna be different once Oladipo come out. You see Joel Embiid. He didn't score a point yesterday, and so I'm looking at those are the 5 guys I'm looking at, to be honest. And I know a lot of people shocked to hear me say Karl Anthony Towns, but Karl Anthony Towns, he talented, man. He just need to get the support from Andrew Wiggins and Covington. But he been playing this year, man. I don't like to see him shoot so many threes, but I think he had a career hot clip shooting threes, and I like the way he playing the game. I'm gonna give Cat some love. Cat is playing with a mean streak. He playing aggressive, and if Andrew Wiggins can come back playing the ball he was before the little couple games, he had some personal issues he had going on. I think Minnesota gonna move into that 5th or 4th spot. I think at one point the criticism is gonna galvanize that team, or galvanize the 2 guys they just got paid, in Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. And I think you might see Minnesota make a push. Don't be surprised if Minnesota make the push you thought Sacramento was gonna make, because Wiggins is a two-way player, and Karl Anthony Towns can be a great two-way player. And when you got 2 great offensive players, and if Wiggins start rebounding and he start facilitating, he ain't got to be LeBron, but he start facilitating just enough like a young Kobe was, Minnesota gonna be in that 5 and 6 race, in my personal opinion. Because if Wiggins can continue that clip he was on, and Wiggins and Cat can do his thing, and Covington can hit his threes, and Jeff Teague can push the points, that's a team that I like, man. I really do like that team. James Harden, but what's that one song by Portrait back in the 90s? Here we go, going through the same thing. It's the same shit. Even, we ain't talking about women, we talk about James Harden. It's the same shit with James Harden, man. Every year, he go out here and put up these phenomenal numbers. And Mike D'Antoni's system, and it accumulates to nothing in the playoffs. So I don't care if people say we taking James Harden greatness for granted. When greatness don't equal up to championships after seeing the same shit for 4, 5, 6 years, James Harden, he ain't gonna be no MVP to me. He better go out there and keep doing shit I ain't never seen before. But when it comes to the playoffs, the same shit every year. First is he running out of gas, and Kevin Durant go down last year, and he just allergic to playoff basketball. And Mike D'Antoni, if you think Mike D'Antoni, if you think the Rockets about to do something with Mike D'Antoni, half their Western Conference got to just blow off the face of the earth. All their best players got to just blow off the face of the earth. That's just the God honest truth, because when that system, man, there's no reason why CP3 and James Harden didn't work. Because Mike D'Antoni don't know how to make his offense flexible. Ain't no motion. It's James Harden going against 1-on-5. And now Eric Gordon, getting Westbrook through Eric Gordon off and all that. So you're looking at just a different scenario right there, right? But, Harden can be 4 for me. I don't until he break through. I'm sorry, I know you ain't supposed to put the playoffs with the regular season, but I can't ignore the bullshit that he be doing in the playoffs. For real. But that is what it is. Number 3 for me is probably gonna be Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, he doing phenomenal right now. He got the Bucks balling. No Chris Middleton. You can make a case that he is the MVP right now, to be honest. I like Giannis. Giannis a really good player. But you know what? I ain't really seen the improvement out of Giannis that we need to see, which is a jump shot. He been shooting them a little bit, but, until he form a jump shot, I don't think that team going to be championship caliber. They did nothing to upgrade the team. They let Brogdon go. They brought Robin Lopez over there. So, Giannis going to need, and they brought Kyle Korver, who he couldn't do shit with LeBron. They brought Kyle Korver over there. So I don't believe in the Bucks unless Giannis is just on another level. And he don't even need a 3-point shot. Giannis just need that mid-range, Rip Hamilton, Michael Jordan type of shot where they can't pack the paint. Because when you get to the playoffs, it's all about game planning, and they're going to take away, if you like going to your left, they're going to make you go right. Or if you can't shoot he needs to at least have developed the floater in the mid-range game. Had he developed the Tony Parker package, Giannis would easily drag the Bucks to the Eastern Conference, because in Philly, you can't trust Joel Embiid health, and you can't trust Ben Simmons jumper. You know what I'm saying? I like Josh Richardson a lot. I like Tobias Harris, even though when he was here in Detroit, I loved him. But I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. But Giannis can beat 3. 2 for me is LeBron James. Off the simple fact that Luka's just doing some phenomenal shit with really nothing. Okay, and I'll talk about that. LeBron, he got motherfucking Anthony Davis. Okay, everybody was telling me Anthony Davis is top 5 player, and he's been fairly healthy this season so far, and they only lost 2 games what people point to. But if you look who the Lakers beat, they ain't beat nobody. Miami, Utah to me ain't shit, because Mike Conley, he's just not starting to heat up. All right, Miami was a good win. You look on paper, they somewhere in the top 3 or somewhere in the Eastern Conference Finals. They lost to the Clippers. They lost to the Raptors. I beat Memphis a couple times. They beat Atlanta. So they really ain't beat nobody. They beat Charlotte. They ain't beat nobody. You know what I'm saying? When they play the Denvers of the world and they continue to play the Clippers of the world, that's cool. But it's a marathon, not a sprint. And how healthy will LeBron continue to be? And they played the Spurs a couple times. They ain't shit. DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge probably on the trading deadline. So they ain't played nobody yet. And to be frankly, people ain't really formed their team. They ain't really formed their team yet. But LeBron doing is phenomenal. Triple doubles. You know what I'm saying? He giving effort on the defensive side of the ball. And to be in your 19th, 20th year and still playing at that level. You look at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar when he was in his career, shit, he was struggling to get up the court with his ball spot. So, and LeBron, he right there. If you want to say he number 1, go ahead. They only played 17 games. It's an 82-game season. But a lot of that is a tribute to Anthony Davis, being healthy and, taking some pressure off him. And once, who knows if Kyle Kuzma eventually catch on or not. I think Kyle Kuzma was a great fit with LeBron last year, a better fit than Lonzo, B.I., Brandon Ingram. He was a great fit, but right now, I don't know if he's still injured, but he ain't producing. So there's talks about them trading him for Lauri Markkanen, which I would hold my breath on that. Lauri Markkanen ain't been playing good, but it's different when you're playing with LeBron, because LeBron can get you easy open shots. You know what I'm saying? But that's my humble opinion on that. But LeBron been playing phenomenal. But it's a marathon, but a sprint. But with Luka Doncic, I'm going to get to him before I have to get off. What Luka Doncic been doing, man, is just phenomenal. Okay? The shot, and they really beat the Lakers too. Let me just say that. They beat the Lakers, but Dwight Howard got away with holding somebody on the final shot or whatever. it was. I did watch that game, but they really beat the Lakers, and Luka went bucket for bucket. He went bar for bar, dribble for dribble with LeBron, and he dominated that game. Okay, what Luka is doing is really phenomenal for a second-year player. He transformed his body. He stopped eating donuts, they said. He started lifting, and just what he doing, man. The jumper so wet, getting to the rim. And people say he got Porzingis. That ain't Porzingis right now. Coming off of ACL surgery, you'll probably see a real Porzingis in like another year, or maybe by playoff time. You see that team was not expected to be a playoff team, and if Luka Doncic don't step his game up to like Super Saiyan 8,000 right now, that team ain't even the number 5 or 6 seed they are. Okay, you'll think you'll be getting somewhat of this performance out of Buddy Hield, who begged and cried for a max deal. But Luka is the MVP right now, man. And I call him the new young GOAT. And I say that jokingly, man. But Luka is definitely MVP, man. Who the next best player over there on Dallas? The Finley guy. Who? So be like Porzingis. Like I said before, he ain't Porzingis yet. He'll go in and go out like an old antenna on the top of a TV. You know what I'm saying? Or your satellite dish that when it rains, he'll go in and go out. But, who else the next best player over there? Tim Hardaway Jr., he ain't really getting no consistent minutes over there. Bronson, he come off the bench, he give you a little bit of something. So, really, it's Luka, man. And LeBron got some help, man, especially when Kuz come back and he get back in the rhythm. But that's just my humble opinion, man. And I got Luka number 1. But I think anybody, any of those dudes is debatable, man. I know a lot of people not going to feel Karl Anthony Towns, but I like what he's doing. And I think if Wiggins continue to step his game up, that team going to be a problem. Because I like what they're doing over there and the way they coach. Shout out to Flip Saunders' son. But hey, don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Want to share the video? That link's in the description. This video ain't supposed to be that long. You want to make a donation? That link's in the description as well. But let me know who you got as the MVP. It's only, 20 games in, if that. And I do appreciate it. I will step up the NBA Talk, and the live streams will be coming at you next year in the NBA 101 playlist. But check out NBA Talk playlist for these type of videos. And I'm going to start paying attention a little bit more. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Y'all know what the business is. Your boy CJ Goodfella Sports TV. We go.